Hi, my name is Peden. This is The Warehouse, Project 249. And this is what's been happening here the last 7 days. And here we are back. It's another week and it's another update on one of the most recent re-arrivals here to The Warehouse. This, with no further ado, is my mid-90s short wheelbase Z32 300ZX Fairlady slick top, and I love this thing. So I have a little bit of for some reason a habit of buying cars, even though my favorite color on a Japanese car is white. I have this habit of ending up with silver cars. And this is another one. In fact, if we go through it, so this is silver. The S15 is originally silver. The 249SX, which is now green, just before we had the accident a couple of years ago, we replaced the windows in it and we found out the car was silver. And my R33 GTR is also obviously silver. So there's been some updates in the warehouse. We've done a little bit of tidying. We've collected a lot more stuff as well. We had a lot of stuff stored at Trackworks before, along with the Z. And so we now we've got some shelving up. This is Millie's Jordan Civic, my S15. We brought some more wheels over as well. And of course, the GTR is here. We're still missing a couple of cars. So the 249SX is now at Huxley Motorsport getting the fabrication done. And it's already progressing really, really well. So update-wise, I've got to bring over the exhaust. I've got some parts here for the engine that need to be tidied up and fitted. We've got some new parts here as well. There's a couple of interesting parts going on it ahead of it going to Level Motorsport for wiring. And we'll update you when we collect the car, because there is something really special that I've been holding out on you that we are trying to do with this car. But today is all, oh, what else is missing? The E92 M3. So quick update in the last video. So if you haven't seen that, go to the last video and have a look. If you are new to the channel here and you are watching this, thank you for watching. Do subscribe, click like if you want, and do comments. If you see something that you think is interesting and you want me to point it out, then do. But my intention over the next couple of videos is to go through all the cars that we have. In fact, the next car for a review is this one, because this is going to go to Ireland very, very soon, because it's getting another overhaul ahead of the season this year. There's one particular thing that I'm really desperate to do to this, and I've always wanted the S15 to have one specific thing, and you're gonna have to wait and see what that is. And then also, the Kansai wheels may get a bit of an overhaul. So I have this theory in my head this year that I want to try something with all of the three drift cars. So the three drift cars are the S15, the 249SX, and the E92. The S15 is silver, for now, the 249SX is green, and the E92 is black. I have something I want to try and do with them to kind of keep them all in a similar theme, but in different colors, but have all of our partner decals in the same positions, and then one combined element that ties all three cars together. And so you're going to have to wait and see what that is, but yeah, I do love this thing. It's such a fun car to drive. So back to the 300ZX. So there's a couple of things I want to change, but let's go through it first of all on the outside. So on the car we have, I bought this car from the same person that I bought the R33 GTR from as well. These are cars I believe are very slept on. I think they're so incredibly cool. It's super low to the ground. We have two-piece, brand new, although just very, very dirty, Work Emotion wheels, 19-inch. There is one thing I'd love to try and change, actually. So even though I've not really driven this car that much, I would really like to try and put the Kansai 19-inch wheels on. So tomorrow, I actually have Yam from Trackworks coming here. He's delivering the prop shaft for the 249SX. and I'm hoping to rope him into helping me change a couple of things tomorrow. So on the visual side, this thing is really, really, really cool. The exhaust was fixed a couple of years ago before it was parked up. And just for, I had some back boxes, but those back boxes were actually reused for for two different projects. So I want to change the back boxes. One thing I've never loved is the previous owner, not the previous, I think the owner before then, tinted these lights. And it's such a shame because they're now gone quite expensive. And I've tried to have them kind of sanded back, but it's kind of just made them worse. As you can see, they're the factory original red and amber. So I did find, now unfortunately they're not perfect, but I did find some factory replacement ones, OEM lights. The center panel is fortunately absolutely perfect. So that hasn't been touched, which is great. So in this video, we're gonna try and change these lights, put them back on to get the factory ones. One of them is cracked, unfortunately, but I just really wanted to see them on and then get the car going and then find some proper ones. So if you are in possession of OEM lights and you want to sell them and you don't want to charge a fortune for them, then please let me know. Inside, these cars are time capsules and they're so cool. Now, absolutely filthy carpet, so apologies for that. It needs a good clean, but it's completely factory perfect inside here. The instrument cluster has been changed for a twin turbo cluster. It is not a twin turbo. It is a 5-speed manual NA, and as I said, slick top. And the interior in this is just perfect. I mean, look at, if we take a look at the boot here, even aside from it being dirty, it's absolutely perfect. All the plastic trim is there, everything is there. Even the cover is there, which is super rare. The engine bay, with this, and this is probably what puts lots of people off. The engine bay is so crammed in there, or the engine, I should say, is crammed in there. Such a unit of an engine. I would love to change this engine at some point for something else. They're not very fast. I have ordered some stuff. So one thing that really puts me off in the front end of this car is the chin spoiler that I have. I kind of have it akin to like having a car or having a face with no chin. So I've ordered a front lip that goes out instead of in, that this one does right now. So that is coming in from Japan, so that's going to be a while to receive. And actually it's coming in 2 pieces because that's how they come. So that has to be fitted, and then I need to get it painted. The calipers in the front, both sides, are seized. So the car doesn't drive very well right now. So that they have to be redone. The pulleys and the belts in the front are very squeaky. They've always been very squeaky and it's really annoying. So they need to be replaced. Needs a new battery. And it needs the clutch changing as well. The clutch is slipping, so that's not ideal. The other thing that's not ideal is this trim panel on the inside here was always broken. I don't know if you can see it. So broken and broken. And I've only just opened it. I've had this thing for over 3 years. And I found this part 3 years ago, and I've only just opened it today because now I finally have a place where I can work on the car. So we'll change this tomorrow as well. There's a sensor that goes in there, so we pop that out and we'll put the new trim panel in. Aside from that, and again, it just is dirty. These things are so freaking cool. Shag pile carpet. I mean, this is so thick. Like, it just needs a good clean. The slanted dash, the Lamborghini Diablo headlights, all of the surround components. Like, honestly, this car is so cool. And the trunk, the boot area is so big. It's just a great Grand Tour. And that's what I want the car to be. I just want it to be a Grand Tour to go and drive and have fun with. I would love to change the engine in it one day, but let's just get it going first of all and then enjoy it this summer. Right, so let's fast forward into tomorrow and let's try and get these parts changed. I am super excited to get these lights out and to replace them with those lights. Yes, they're not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot better than this. I just don't like a smoked tail light kind of thing. When the lights are on, you don't really see it that much, but I just don't like it. Aside from that, modification wise, I do want to try and get some side skirts, and you can get a rear kind of diffuser thing, not a major thing, just a small thing. I love the spoiler on it. I love everything else on it. I do have, I believe, a fresh Grip Royal steering wheel, so I just put in one of the Grip Royal steering wheels into it. That's an old one. I think we do have, over in the Grip Royal corner here, I do think we have one steering wheel in here for that car. So just fast forward into tomorrow. It's going to be literally in seconds for you guys, but it's going to be 24 hours later for me. And let's get Yam into the warehouse and let's try jack this car up. And let's try, and I just want to try those wheels on. I think the tire sizes that we have are probably too big. Those wheels are also probably too wide as well. But it'll give us an indication what the car will look like with different wheels on it. But what do you think? Do you like these wheels? One of my favorite angles back here is here. I mean, look at that. Just so cool. So let's get into tomorrow and let's get the lights changed, try on a set of wheels on one side and get this interior trim panel replaced. So you're gonna see from me in 3, 2, 1, now. Why do you find that?
Hello.
You're here 2 minutes and I'm already roping track work Jam into fucking making some changes here. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Okay, so we both kind of agree that these actually do work really well, but there is method to the madness here, right? So we're just gonna try it. I also think these are gonna be way too wide. For the front, definitely. But look, let's just try them on. We're gonna get these off, jack it up, easy, and then we will try them on. It's been a long time since we did this. Trackworks fitted these wheels. And also we did coilovers, we did loads of arms, camber arms, servicing. Oh my God, if that works, it's gonna be fucking savage. I think they're gonna be a bit wide.
Have to do a bit of jigging.
I think there will definitely be arch pulling in this.
What do you know? It's mad, they look bigger than the 19s.
They do.
Looks like
It's a very similar style, isn't it?
yeah, looks like 20s on the front.
They look gigantic, yeah. We're gonna have to try the back now as well. Like. I'll get it back. But with the little side jobby, with the front lip, definitely have to pull. There's not that much material in these in the front wing though, you know?
I think for the cycle, if we had to, you'd just run a small bit more cam, like,
Yeah.
to mess around with the geo setting. Look,
They do look big.
it's not super offensive compared to it, like.
No, it will settle though. I mean, this will. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing. They look 3 times bigger than than these ones here. But what I do like about it is the lip sticks out. I like that look. This could work. Okay. Let's do the back. I'll tell you what else is offensive with these rear lights. It's just such a shame that somebody's painted them. But hopefully, I'm going to try and change these over. Yeah, it's just got a full. I mean, that is not very MOT friendly. I mean, there's no doubt about it that it's a lot more classy with the 2-piece wheels on. They're very They're almost kind of, the color combination is very period correct. It might self-clearance for us here. Like.
She's a stance going.
Now, if they're,
I mean, if it didn't have those off-road tyres on the back.
yeah, definitely needs a smaller tire in the back. Or would you get away with just camber?
No, I think it's
Smaller tire. Oh yeah.
It just looks.
Yeah, because there's already camber in the back, isn't there?
Because it's like a high profile, it's like lifted the cars. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, look. They look like they're 24s, like.
that's the problem.
Yeah, it's totally different, isn't it? Totally different. I don't think this works. You know straight away, don't you? Like, you know? I don't think that works. The white makes them look too big, whereas that... I mean, what I would love to do is run a fat tire on those wheels.
Yeah.
But then we definitely have to raise it. Yeah. That's quite sporty. So we've started with the Work two-piece Emotions, 19-inch. Then we went to the 19-inch. These are 18s, obviously, but the 19s are over there. Kansai Astros. And here now we have 18 Work GT5s, square setup. These were on my old GS.
I like that a lot more.
That works really well, doesn't it?
That's a different, that changes the car to a different look. It's got a little bit more motorsporty look.
Yeah, it's sporty, yeah. Now,
Probably mess about with the spacing if you had to just follow.
well, I think, as you pointed out, I think we have to, because right now the front wheel is jammed up on the caliper. Literally.
And the back's in for a bit, so you can put some tens on the back.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look at the room for activity we have. That could be quite spicy, you know. The only problem is these are the wheels I also want to try in the GTR. Because I feel like they could also
I
work.
would probably work on it, yeah. I think you'd get lost in the black now.
I feel like if these were a different color. But this quite works as well, you know.
I'd much prefer that than the white.
Yes, yeah, so do I. I feel like it's a bit, you know what, and I never thought I'd say this, I kind of feel like the wheels that were on it before worked.
The original works one.
Yeah.
I think it's quite an iconic look to them suitcases. You know me, I've got a thing for bronze wheels.
Yeah. But that there as well looks, it does look very sporty, doesn't it? Okay. Fuck. No, I don't know what to do.
Just buy more wheels.
No, stop it. You are as bad as I am on this topic. Okay, so we're trying back on again the 19 two-piece. This time Yam has put on a 20mm spacer on the front that we got for the car originally, but we can't remember because it's like 3 years ago. Why?
More than not on.
Yeah. We see it now when the car is lower down and the wing pops off. Then that's way different than the. I feel like we're gonna hit stuff with that, though, do you? Because the wheel is turned out a small bit. That does look way better. But the wings and quarters do need to be
You can
roll them and flared maybe a bit. That looks way better. And what do you think, then a little bit of camber out of the rear?
Yeah, or again, we can just make a spacer.
Spacer, yeah.
Yeah, just want some on the back now because the front's just a touch.
Yeah. Okay. There's something I don't like about this look, and there's something that I think looks so much better than the other wheels. It just has, the color combo is so period correct.
That's the thing to me. That
Yeah.
for me is, I love that colour combo, the bronze and the silver.
Yeah, it does look good. Right, so Yam has just left, and if you do watch this, Yam, thank you for coming over. Right now, about 14 people watch these videos, which is fine, because these videos are for me. These videos are for me, and it's just literally for documenting what it is that I love cars so much, and I've sacrificed many things in my life to stick with my passion. And the fact that I have a place now where I can come relatively close to my house and do this is incredible. Actually, do you know what? I want to come inside with me here, because I think, let me go to a little bit wider. There's something so cool about this. I love, let's see here. I just love JDM cars like this. Everything, it just needs a clean. Everything inside here is so good. I'll get a new grip rail steering. This steering wheel is very, very old. So I'll get a new steering wheel in. But just, you know, switches and buttons being around the side, stuff around this. It's just so cool. That's a little digital dash. The Apple CarPlay. And let's change these rear lights now. I just love this thing, how stuff goes inside the door panels. Look how thick they are. And you are so low to the ground. But what we've come up with is, I love the fact that you're stepping up to go out of the car, is that we both agree that this is really the look for it. And now, we never fitted the 20mm spacers to the front. We had them. Now, here's actually, hold on, I'll get back to the wheels in a second, because here's what I don't like, and it ruins the look of this car. This. It's like it has no jaw. So I have ordered a front lip that goes out instead of in. That will dramatically change the profile of the front of the car. And then the side skirts, I need to put on some splitters like we have here on the S15. That's what has to happen next, because they're just missing something, right? And then we'll put a little splitter around the front like we have on here also. But yeah, that's the vibe. So we put the 20mm spacer on the front over here now, and it just looks so much better. But now I'm going to get I'm going to attempt to change out the rear lights, because they look terrible. They're in such great condition, they just so annoyed. So I'm going to get a light, and let's go in here, and we're going to take off these trim panels. This one is off already. Every single panel is inside this car, which is incredible. Every single thing, even this, which is super rare. It's such a great grand tour, and the times I've driven it, it's been incredible. So right, okay, let's get back to it. Right, let's just pause that there a second. So we've got one of them in, and oh my God, the difference this makes. Oh my God. Let's just close that down there for a second. Do you know what, actually? It makes those wheels look even better. Yeah, those wheels have to stay on. I'm not disappointed. It's just, I thought they were always going to come off the car. So, but look at the rear lights. Now, these lights are not perfect, but they are, it's such a shame, because these things are literally mint. Now, I did have a detailer years ago try and take off the layer, the top layer. If you think you can do it, let me know. But that looks incredible. I'm going to get the lights in now and make sure that they're all working. And then we'll change the other side and then put all the trim panels back together again. These Japanese cars are so easy to work on. Oh my God, that looks so much better. Like, look at the difference. Just, it changes the vibe completely. And the fact that the OEM corner light is still there, and the original indicators are still there as well. It just, oh my God. This thing is such an underrated, slept-on vehicle. So I just fired it up just to make sure that everything is all good. Now, I'm gonna change over the other, this is a million times better. I am gonna just change over the other side next. There is a crack in the other side, but I still think it's going to be a million times better than this. Oh, that's so good, that is. What an absolute massive difference that makes. I don't think this really comes across on camera. That is incredible. Now, as you saw, we did try different wheels on. I would love for you to comment down below which ones you think would be right for this. I wanted to change these ever since I put them on when I got the car first. And now I think, especially since we spaced out the front, we do need to roll arches. We do need to get a proper geo on this and set them up right, because there's a little bit of play here that we could get the wheels just right. It needs side skirts. It needs the front lip. I have an idea on side skirts. Front lip is on the way, but just, I cannot get over. These lights are not perfect. If you ever see these in person, they're not perfect, but my God, are they so much better. Now, last thing I want to change is inside here. Let me just step into the shag pile. This thing here has always been broken ever since I had it, so that should be what I'm hoping anyway, that should be a 2-second job. Okay, so that's changed over. Now I do need to plug that in, but let's just get this in. But that is in. Oh yes. No more broken plastic trim. And I managed to be able to find the plug, and I plugged it in as well. So that's all good. So I'm going to start it up and I'm going to move it back. The calipers are seized bad. And I also don't know with clearance wise in these 20mm spacers how that's going to work, but let's just force it through, shall we? So there it is, up alongside the 33. I think two of the best JDM legends. Oh, this thing is so smooth. It's almost as smooth as the GTR. We actually started that up earlier on as well. Oh my God, that's so good. Right, okay, so long video. Again, we're not really making massive progress on items that are hugely different, but you got to remember, from my point of view, I've had these cars parked up in a position where I've not been able to touch them for years. And so to have this space now to be able to do all this, no matter how small, is incredible and means the world to me. So from here in the warehouse, this has been the last 7 days. Catch you in the next 7 days. Over and out. Bye.